Cars. We love them for two reasons. First, they get us from one place to another with relative comfort. And secondly, some cars are just outright awesome. Of course, not all cars are the same. Some are on the low end, while some are highly priced due to their rarity, history, or luxurious features. In this video, we'll be looking at the 10 most expensive and rare cars of all time. Keep watching. Number 10. 1939 Alfa Romeo 8C. This car is arguably the best sports car of its time. Made in 1939, the Alfa Romeo 8C is one out of 12 that were ever manufactured in this series. It was designed with world-class technology at the time, hence its super driving ability. Both the interior and the exterior design are awesome, and it's pretty lightweight, yet it comes with an amazing 2,905cc engine. In 2016, it was sold for a whopping $19.8 million in a public auction. Number 9. Ferrari LaFerrari. It is common for vintage cars to cost a ton of money, but even new cars can cost just as much. Ferrari proved this to be true in 2016. 500 LaFerrari coupe units were produced, and the 500th version ranked as the most valuable sports car to be sold at an auction in the 21st century. The unit was sold for $7 million, while the previous 499 units sold for $1.5 million each. And while it isn't as expensive as the 1939 Alfa Romeo 8C, it makes its way to number 9 on our list based on its rarity. Number 8. The Ford GT40 Gulf. It isn't just European cars you will find on this list. America has a say too, thanks to the Ford GT40 Gulf. In fact, it is the most expensive American-made car ever sold, raking in a sum of $11 million. But what makes this car so expensive? First of all, it was owned by the legendary Alexander McQueen in 1968, and it was featured in Hollywood flicks such as Le Mans and Bullitt. Secondly, it looks really awesome. Number 7. 1955 Jaguar D-Type. Back to Europe, specifically the 1955 Jaguar D-Type, which sold at a jaw-dropping price of $21.7 million at RM Sotheby's. The D-Type was manufactured between 1954 and 1957, during which the engine was improved from the original 3.4-liter capacity to a 3.8-liter capacity. However, it was later reduced to a 3-liter capacity so as to adhere with Le Mans racing rules. World-renowned racer Écurie Écossais took the wheels and raced this car to victory in the 1956 24 Hours of Le Mans race. This feat sealed the Jaguar D-Type's place in history. Number 6. Ferrari 275 GTB. The 275 GTB series is one of several vintage Ferrari cars you will find on this list. In total, only 970 units of this model were manufactured. This is why it's very rare to find this model up for sale. This series had 3 2-cam models and 2 4-cam models, both of which are highly sought after. In 2013, at a Pebble Beach auction, one of its rarest models, the 1967 275 GTB NART Spider, went for a price of $27.5 million. The NART Spider itself had just 10 models, which is why it's the most expensive variant of the entire 275 GTB series. Number 5. 1956 Ferrari 290 MM. Ferrari appears on this list again. This time, it's the 1956 Ferrari 290 MM. It was sold for $28 million in 2015 and is one of Ferrari's most expensive cars to be sold at an auction. This model was originally built for Juan Manuel Fangio, which makes it all the more enticing for motorsports lovers. It has a 3.5-liter V12 engine and has a maximum speed of 170 miles per hour. Fangio was behind the wheel of this vehicle in the 1,000-mile Miglia in Italy. It would interest you to know that this car has never crashed, even though it had competed in and won many races. Number 4. 1954 Mercedes-Benz W196 Silver Arrow. We can't talk about expensive and rare cars without mentioning the Mercedes-Benz W196 Silver Arrow. If you love motorsports, then you'd love this car. So how expensive is it? $29.6 million to be exact. It was sold to an anonymous bidder in 2013 at the Goodwood Revival. Coincidentally, Argentinian F1 legend Juan Manuel Fangio raced this car many times, scoring many wins in the process. And this gave the car the legendary status it so rightly deserves. The Silver Arrow is very rare, as only 14 W196Rs were ever made. As at today, there are only 10 of them left, and only one belongs to a private owner. Just so you know, it was also the very first fuel-injected Formula One race car. Number 3. The 1957 Ferrari 335S. Ferrari pops up on this list again, this time with the 1957 Ferrari 335S. In 2016, this two-seater model sold for $35.7 million in Paris and is one of the rarest cars on Earth. One of the reasons this car costs so much is its rich history. In 1958, it won the Cuban Grand Prix and was a partaker in the 1957 12 Hours of Sebring race. It also competed in the Le Mans 24-hour race. How rare is this vehicle? Well, only 4 units were ever manufactured, and it has a very good-looking exterior too, and a powerful engine to match. It has a maximum power of 390 horsepower, and it can travel at a speed of 190 miles per hour. Word has it that the Ferrari 335S was built in response to the Maserati 450S, which had a 4.5-liter engine, as opposed to the Ferrari 315S 3.8-liter engine. Unfortunately for the new owner, this car was purely designed for racing, meaning it is befitting for racetracks alone and not regular roads. Number 2. Ferrari 250 GTO. You must be tired of seeing Ferraris pop up on this list, but hey, they put in the work and have earned each of their spots. 41 models of the Ferrari 250 GTO series hold a place on the list of the 100 most expensive cars ever sold at auction. The Berlinetta model used to hold the top spot among the rest after being sold for a whopping $38.1 million at a 2014 auction. However, Christian Glasel, a German race car driver, sold his 1963 model for, wait for it, $70 million. Number 1. Bugatti Type 57SC Atlantic. At number 1 on our list comes the Bugatti Type 57SC Atlantic, and it is the most expensive rare car ever sold. How rare is this vehicle? There were only 4 units ever made, and only 2 still exist as of today. Ralph Lauren, a world-famous fashion mogul, owns a 1938 model, while a 1936 model was sold privately in 2010 for $40 million. There you have it, 10 of the world's most expensive and rare cars of all time. So, which of these cars caught your fancy? And which cars did you expect to pop up on the list that didn't? Let's have your thoughts on this video via the comments section. If you want more interesting videos like this, be sure to hit the subscribe and notification button to stay updated. Thanks for watching.